Problem 5 on your final exam review for college algebra asks you the domain of a rational function. Rational functions are one of the types of functions we discussed that have domain restrictions. We find those restrictions by setting the denominator of that rational function equal to 0. So we start by setting the denominator, x squared minus 4x, equal to 0. This is an easy enough intermediate algebra level factoring problem. We factor an x out. The principle of zero products gives us two solutions. But what we have to do at this point is realize what we were just asking this problem to find for us. X equals 0 and x equals 4 aren't good numbers. They aren't solutions to this equation. In fact, they're the worst possible numbers. They're the numbers that if you throw in to f of x, f of 0, or f of 4, you're going to get an undefined answer because your denominator is going to go to 0. So we restrict these bad values from our domain when we write the domain of f of x. We can write that in two ways. The older way is called set notation, and we would write our answer as all x such that x is not equal to 0 or 4. This method is increasingly becoming obsolete in favor of interval notation. And interval notation says exactly the same information, but it says it in a slightly different way. Looking at it for interval notation, we start with the number line. And on that number line, we take 0, and we take 4, and we restrict those values. But every other x value along this infinite number line in both directions is a valid solution of f of x. Only those two values, 0 and 4, are restricted. So in interval notation, we talk about an interval that starts at negative infinity and goes to 0, or an interval from 0 to 4, or an interval from 4 to infinity, as being the places where you find values of x that are in the domain of f of x. Your test will, in multiple choice form, either give you 4 solutions in this form or 4 solutions in this form. You do need to know a lot of interval notation for college algebra, so make sure you can do this problem both ways.